I'm 28 now, but this happened when I was only 7 years old. Even after all these years, I still remember it clearly. Back in 2003, I used to go to a local park with 3 of my friends. We'd been going there for almost 2 years, and our parents trusted us because the park was close to home. But for about 5 months, we'd noticed the same strange man sitting on a bench every day. He was short, heavy, and looked quite old. He would sit there for hours, watching us and the other children with an unsettling grin on his face. At first, we tried to ignore him. Then one day, he finally approached us. It was just the 4 of us at the park when he walked over and asked if we wanted to come to his house. He said he had video games and a new dog we could play with. We were 7-year-old kids. We thought it sounded exciting, and we stupidly agreed. He told us his house was about 20 minutes away, so we started walking with him. About 10 minutes into the walk, a police car drove past us. The passenger officer looked directly at us. The man immediately told us to walk faster. He said we needed to hurry so we'd have more time to play video games and see his dog. Then something happened that probably saved our lives. The police car suddenly made a U-turn. A loud voice came from the window. "You there! Freeze! Put your hands on your head!" We stopped. The man didn't. He immediately ran, but he couldn't get very far. One of the officers chased him down and tackled him while the other officer came over to us. He asked if we were okay and what had happened. We told him everything. The officer nodded and told us we'd been very lucky they happened to drive past when they did. Another police car was called to take us home while the officers took the man to the station. Our parents were told what happened, and from that day forward, we were never allowed to go back to that park. At the time, my parents didn't tell me the full truth because they thought I was too young to understand. But when I turned 13, they finally told me that man was a known sexual offender. According to the police, he had targeted children at local parks before. He apparently referred to what he was doing as hunting, hearing, that completely changed how I remembered that day. For years, I had thought we'd simply been lucky enough to get away from a creepy stranger. But we weren't just lucky. That police car had appeared at exactly the right moment. I sometimes think about what could have happened if those officers hadn't made that U-turn. If they had driven past us without stopping, we would have kept walking with that man. 4 7-year-old children following a stranger to his house. I don't want to imagine what would have happened next. The police never told us much about his punishment, but my father later said one of the officers mentioned that the man could face at least 15 years in prison for his other crimes. I'm 28 now. It's been more than 20 years. But whenever I think about that park, I remember the same thing. That man wasn't just watching us. He was waiting for an opportunity. And if that police car hadn't turned around, my life could have been very different. This is Finite Stories. And sometimes the people we should be most afraid of are the ones who look completely harmless.